From Mr. President. Request for the approval of the National Assembly for the issuance of Federal Government of Nigeria bonds to settle outstanding pension liabilities under the Contributory Pension Scheme by the Debt Management Office to settle outstanding pension liabilities under the Contributory Pension Scheme as at December 2023 in the sum of 757,983,246,571 naira. The distinguished Senate may wish to note that the Pension Reform Act PRA 2014 provides for the following, amongst others: sections 15(1) and 32, 39, subsection 2 and 3, recognize the accrued pension rights of employees for services rendered before the commencement of the implementation of the PRA 2004 in Nigeria, mandate the federal government of Nigeria to set aside 5% of its monthly wage bill into redemption fund to settle such past pension liabilities, and National Pension Commission to determine any shortfall in this regard. Section 15(4) guarantees the right of retirees to pension review in line with the provisions of the 1999 Constitution as amended, which provides that pensions shall be reviewed every 5 years or whenever salaries are reviewed. Section 5, subsection 2, Section 6, subsection 2 requires federal government of Nigeria to fund the shortfall in the Retirement Savings Account (RSAs) of eligible university professors who are to retire on their full salary in line with extant laws. And Section 82, subsection 2 establishes the Pension Protection Fund and mandates federal government of Nigeria to contribute annual subvention of 1% into the fund to part finance minimum pension guarantee for retirees whose RSAs balances had depleted while receiving pension. The Senate is invited to note that the federal government of Nigeria has not been complying with the implementation of the above provisions of the PRA 2014 over the years due to the revenue challenges leading to accumulation of pension arrears with the attendant hardships to retirees. To settle the accrued pension liabilities as of December 2023 in the sum of 983,246,571. I will take that again. 757,983,246,571 naira. The government has decided to raise funds through the issuance of federal government of Nigeria bonds in the domestic debt market. The proposed issuance of federal government of Nigeria bonds to settle outstanding pension liabilities was approved by the Federal Executive Council in its meeting held on February 4, 2025. This request to the National Assembly to approve the issuance of federal government of Nigeria bonds by the DMO to settle pension liabilities in the sum of borrowing of 757,983,246,571 naira is pursuant to the provisions of Section 44, subsection 1(2) of the Fiscal Responsibility Act 2007, which requires the approval of the National Assembly for all new borrowings by the federal government of Nigeria. Further to the provisions of the Fiscal Responsibility Act, The distinguished President of the Senate, distinguished senators, may find below the purpose and cost-benefit analysis of the proposed borrowing. Since the borrowing is for the settlement of federal government of Nigeria pension obligations to retirees, it is an essential investment in human capital development, which is allowed under the FRA, under the Fiscal Responsibility Act 2007. Benefits. It will enable the federal government of Nigeria meet its obligations under the CPS and restore confidence in the pension industry. Positive welfare effect on the retirees, as this will enable them to meet their basic needs, such as payments for routine drugs, rent, school fees of their children, and other family needs. This will improve the health and avoid untimely death of the retirees. It has potential to contribute to productivity and morale of public servants, as this will assure them of the federal government of Nigeria's commitment to meeting pension obligations. And 4, settlement of pension liabilities have potential to improve aggregate demand and economic growth because it will enhance liquidity in the economy. Cost implication for public debts. The borrowing will lead to increase in the public debt stock. And 2, it will also increase debt service for the federal government of Nigeria. Based on the foregoing, I wish to request for the approval of the Senate for the issuance of the federal government of Nigeria bonds in the domestic debt market by the Debt Management Office to settle federal government of Nigeria pension obligations under the contributory pension scheme as of December 31st, 2023, in the sum of 757,983,246,571 naira only. While I look forward to the timely consideration and approval of the Senate, please accept, distinguished Senate President and distinguished senators, the assurances of my highest regards. Yours sincerely, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President, Commander-in-Chief, Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. A specimen of the approval required for this purpose is also attached. This is referred to the Committee on Local and Foreign Debts to also revert to the Senate within 2 weeks.